shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your #1 source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Rain moving in. I'm tracking our next weather maker when it arrives. I'll let you know when the rain will arrive in your area coming up.
Plus, deputy shot and a suspect is dead after a standoff and hostage situation in Chatham County. Where the deputy's condition stands this morning, we're checking into that. Plus this, possible lower property taxes. A bipartisan committee of state lawmakers will be talking about new policy proposals today. How this could give those struggling to afford a home across North Carolina some relief. Thanks for joining me this morning here on your Wednesday on WRAL News. I'm Chris Levingood. We'll swing on over to the WRAL Severe Weather Center. We have Amy Wilmoth in this morning, and it's pretty calm and quiet over in Fenton and Cary. It
is. It's also cold. That helps with the ice skating rink there in Fenton. Nice quiet start, but you will need to bundle up heading out the door. Temperatures in the 20s in a good part of the viewing area. 27 in Raleigh and Durham, 25 in Roxborough, 31 right now in Fayetteville. So a cold start, but it will be a mild afternoon. We'll see an increase in the clouds through the day. Today, you'll still need the sunglasses this morning, but more clouds throughout the day, and temperatures will warm into the mid-50s thanks to our southerly flow. So overall, a pretty nice day. Our next weather maker, so we have two things we're watching. This system here is going to arrive first Thursday afternoon and evening, and then this cold front is going to arrive overnight Thursday into early Friday morning. I'm timing out our rain chances, and I'll show you how much rain we could get coming up in just a bit.
All right, sounds good, Amy. We'll come back to you in just a bit. This morning, investigators say a Chatham County deputy is in the hospital because he was shot during a standoff and hostage situation. Let's show you some video from Sky 5 above that scene on Pittsboro Goldston Road. Deputies were called to that home about a barricade situation, and the sheriff's office says 50-year-old Kevin Hammer shot Deputy Matthew Mitchell in the arm and leg. A neighbor who asked to remain anonymous says that she heard the gunshots.
I'm in absolute shock from all of it. I'm in shock. It startled my dogs so bad. My dogs were all barking and just losing it. It was very loud and it was very close.
Deputies were able to get into the home and rescue the hostage. Hammer was killed during the standoff. Deputy Mitchell is expected to be okay. And some breaking news that we're following. 2 adults and 2 children are out of their homes because of a house fire in southeast Raleigh. That happened early this morning. In fact, the WRAL breaking news tracker was there for the aftermath on Shepherd Valley Street. At least 10 fire trucks were on scene, and the fire damaged the garage. The Raleigh Fire Division chief says no one was hurt, but investigators are working to find out how that fire started. Also breaking overnight, an O'Reilly Auto Parts tractor trailer drove off the road and up an embankment in Roseville. This happened on Lewisburg Road. Police say the driver had a minor medical issue and lost control, but that person was not hurt. If you're a first-time home buyer or maybe a senior, you could get a break on property taxes. Today, a state committee is meeting to consider ways to make that happen. Let's bring in WRAL's Ali Kadlabar live this morning at the Legislative Building in Raleigh. Ali, this could be more help for people in order for them to be able to afford homes in our state.
And Chris, this new committee's goal is to lower property taxes without affecting the services that they provide. Now, both Republican and Democrat state representatives are coming together to talk about this housing affordability. Now, it's a hot topic in a fast-growing state like North Carolina. The new committee was just made last week. House Speaker Destin Hall wants it to be a big focus in the new year. And WRAL state government reporter Will Doran says the 2 top areas of focus will be relief for first-time home buyers and for seniors living on a fixed income.
If you only have a set amount of money coming in every month and your property taxes keep going up and up, that's going to make it harder and harder for you to remain in your house.
Now, the committee will meet at 10 a.m. and WRAL will be covering this, providing updates throughout the day. Reporting live in Raleigh, Ali Kadlabar, WRAL News.
Your time is 4:34 this morning. Nick Reiner is expected to be in court today, and he's facing murder charges in the deaths of his parents, director Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle. Now, if he's convicted, Nick Reiner could face life in prison or the death penalty. Rob and Michelle Reiner were found stabbed to death in their L.A. home on Sunday. Nick was supposed to be in court yesterday, but he was not medically cleared for that appearance. He's being held without bail. We want to now show you some new video of a person of interest in that mass shooting at Brown University. This right here, this video was taken Saturday afternoon, and this was before the shooting in which 2 students were killed and 9 others were injured. Authorities are looking for the person responsible for this shooting, and a $50,000 reward is being offered for information leading to an arrest. President Trump offered prayers for the people of Australia during a Hanukkah reception at the White House. That event marked the third night of the Jewish Festival of Lights. The president greeted the Jewish community in both the U.S. and around the world, and he offered words of prayer to the people of Australia because of the terror attack at Bondi Beach on Sunday.
Let me take a moment to send the love and prayers to our entire nation, to the people of Australia, and especially all those affected by the horrific and anti-Semitic terrorist attack, and that's exactly what it is, anti-Semitic.
President Trump reminded visitors of the story of Hanukkah, and he says it reminds us that light will always prevail over darkness. Happening today, the U.S. Senate is expected to vote on a bill to federally recognize North Carolina's Lumbee tribe. This is a bill President Trump promised to sign, and this moment is the closest the tribe has ever been to full federal recognition. The Lumbee received partial recognition in 1956, but federal recognition could bring a number of financial benefits to support that part of the state.
I am a Lumbee woman, and I will fight for the rights that we deserve, and we deserve to be fully federally recognized.
I told someone last night, I'm 78 years old, and I want to live to see it pass.
Tribe leaders say federal funding would help boost health care and economic development. This morning, investigators with the Roseville Fire Department are trying to determine what caused a house fire that killed the person. Sky 5 was above that scene on Mitchell Mill Road yesterday. Firefighters responded to the home just after 10 a.m., and they say they found the person dead inside the home, and we are working to learn that person's name. More than 425 people were arrested during recent Border Patrol operations right here in our state. That's according to new information from Homeland Security. Border Patrol made the arrest during what it called Operation Charlotte's Web. Immigration operations also happened in the Triangle, and that led to protests. Homeland Security hasn't shared any numbers on their efforts here locally, though. A Raleigh man will serve 50 years in prison on charges of drug distribution. A federal judge sentenced 36-year-old Akeem Evans for distributing various drugs across Raleigh. That includes fentanyl and cocaine. This year, a jury convicted him on charges of conspiracy, possession, and intent to sell drugs. The U.S. Attorney's Office said Evans convinced his former childhood football coach to transport cocaine into the area. There's a new charge against an employee at Roseville Charter Academy accused of having sex with a teenage student at the school. 25-year-old Armani Fields appeared in court yesterday, and he is charged with having indecent liberties with a minor. Warrants show this incident happened the same day as another one, and that was one in which he was already charged. The school says it canceled its school program, Next Prep Kids, because of its connection to Fields. Wake County school leaders are juggling what to do with historic Ligon Middle School. It was the only black high school in Raleigh before it merged into the school system. Well, now the school is dealing with HVAC, plumbing, and electrical issues. Officials also say the school is too small. District leaders have three options. Of course, these would call for demolishing the school, at least two of them.
How do we preserve the legacy of the Ligon School and John W. Ligon? Is that through an existing building? Is it through a future building?
With a budget of $140 million, district leaders can decide to renovate the current campus, build a new one on its original site, or build a new one on its ball field. Alumni say the school's history must be preserved. All right, just a heads up, drivers, a traffic alert you're going to want to pay attention to. Tonight, part of I-440 East at Hillsborough Street and Wade Avenue will be closed for DOT work. The closure begins at 8 p.m. and is expected to end tomorrow morning around 5 a.m. Drivers are asked to take the Lake Boone Trail exit and then take I-440 West back to Wade Avenue or Hillsborough Street. Your time is 4:38 this morning. Pulled from shelves. The FDA is warning 4 major retailers about recalled baby formula that's still being sold. What parents need to know this morning. And a guilty plea. A second doctor is sentenced in the investigation into Matthew Perry's death. What he admitted to and the punishment that doctor will face. Bit of a frigid start to the morning as we're giving you another live look at Fenton and Cary this morning. Meteorologist Amy Wilmoth will be back in just a bit to explain a warming trend slowly taking over this week.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
Welcome back. I'm meteorologist Amy Wilmoth in for Elizabeth this morning, and it is cold out there. 23 now in Roxborough, 27 in Cary, 28 in Garner. So bundle up heading out the door this morning. The kids will need the coats for the bus ride to school. Recess, a jacket or a coat probably, with temperatures in the low 40s. And then the walk home should be pretty comfortable. We'll be in the mid 50s later this afternoon. Tomorrow, get the rain gear ready. Get the kids' rain jackets ready for tomorrow. Showers will arrive in the morning, especially in western counties. A better chance for some of those scattered showers in the afternoon and evening. And this is round one of the rain. We'll have another round late Thursday night continuing into Friday. That's coming with a cold front. I'll show you what that front does to our temperatures coming up in just a bit.
Today, the group that manages Lenovo Center will get an update on the arena enhancement project. The Centennial Authority's Building and Construction Committee will review a facility assessment of Lenovo Center, and they'll also get updates on budget revisions along with the enhancement work. The meeting starts at noon inside the Centennial Authority conference room. Also happening today, the North Carolina State Lottery Commission will give an update on gaming revenue. The committee meets at 10 o'clock this morning about that. U.S. Secretary of Education Linda McMahon says work to dismantle the agency is moving forward. McMahon was at an elementary school in South Carolina yesterday, and this was part of a national tour. Speaking after the event, she addressed her department's intention to turn over control of education to the states.
We're moving it along as quickly as we can because we think that's the right path, but we're not rushing it to let anything fall through the cracks. This is not a back of the envelope whimsical thing. This is very deliberate, very well thought out.
Now, it's important to note that getting rid of the education department would require congressional approval. The FDA is warning major retailers to pull recalled baby formula that may still be sold in stores. The agency sent letters to Walmart, Target, and other major stores. It says ByHeart Whole Nutrition infant formula is still being sold a month after that first recall notice. The product is linked to a nationwide baby botulism outbreak. Officials say the outbreak has sickened more than 50 infants as of last week. A former California doctor was sentenced in connection with the death of actor Matthew Perry. Mark Chavez pleaded guilty to conspiring to distribute ketamine to Perry, and he will serve 8 months of home detention and 3 years of supervised release. Chavez was one of 5 people charged in connection with Perry's death from an accidental overdose back in 2023. Well, something left on the side of the road in California appeared to be a holiday gesture, but I mean, just look for yourself. The police say 29 jars of marijuana were left on the side of the road in Auburn, California. And along with the jars, a sign reading, "Merry Christmas, free weed, organic, and cage-free." The odd holiday gift was kind of interesting to people who were able to see it.
Some people think that we're being kind of Grinches by trying to take this away from the community, like we're trying to come down on people who are just trying to have a good time. There could be dangers just from the drugs in of themselves, but also we don't know what else is in these jars, what they could be laced with.
And kids may get access to it if it's just left out there. Police say they are disposing of that marijuana, though. And with Christmas just days away, many Americans are tightening their holiday budgets. In fact, a new NBC poll shows 55% of U.S. adults plan to spend less on gifts this year compared to last. Just 9% say they'll spend more, while about a third expect spending to stay the same. Another 43% say they are cutting back on gifts and overall Christmas spending this season. Just a reminder, WRAL First Night Raleigh is starting to take shape. Teams moved that giant acorn yesterday morning to get it polished before the annual New Year's Eve celebration. Tens of thousands of people will fill downtown Raleigh for that big event, and WRAL is again a proud community partner for this. This year's event will carry on decades of tradition.
I used to be one of those kids down here. I grew up coming to this and seeing the acorn drop, and it's just such a great time too, and that's why we have the 2 acorn drops, so that even if you don't want to be down here at midnight, you can come down here at 7 o'clock. We'll have the fireworks and the whole shebang.
And if you can't make it downtown, guys, you can watch it on WRAL. We'll have live coverage of the event through the day on New Year's Eve. The fun starts with an early 7 p.m. acorn drop on Raleigh City Plaza, and then the traditional midnight drop. It's always going to be a fun one when you're out there. Amy, I know that's a fun thing that a lot of people like to see. Also, temperature-wise, I know you're kind of going to be keeping your eye on that situation, so people need to know if they need to bundle up.
That's right. Still a ways away. We're about a week away from Christmas Eve, and it's looking like it's going to be fairly mild for the Christmas holiday, and I'm going to share more on that in the next half hour. This is a live look at the airport this morning. A very quiet start to the day, a very cold start to the day, so you definitely need the coats this morning. We're We're in the 20s across most of the Triangle, 24 in Chapel Hill, 28 in Garner, 29 in Fuquay, Varina right now. So it's a cold start, but temperatures will warm up this afternoon. We'll have a southerly flow. We'll see an increase in clouds. Our high temperature up to about 56 later on this afternoon. Our next weather maker is fairly complicated because it's two different things we're watching. This area of rain here is what's going to be the first thing that we'll have to deal with tomorrow in the afternoon and evening. It brings a round of rain, and then this front over the west coast right now will arrive late Thursday night into early Friday morning, and that's going to bring a second round of rain. So we have a couple of rounds of rain and some interesting temperatures as well. Our high temperature on Thursday will likely come very early in the day in the low 60s, and then we'll drop from there on out. Thursday, let's talk about the rain. In the morning, it's likely dry for the morning commute, maybe a stray shower in western counties, that'd be it. At lunchtime, still mainly dry. After lunchtime is when our rain chances will start to go up. Scattered showers are likely for the evening commute. This is 5 o'clock in the evening on Thursday. So it's a fairly unsettled day, especially the second half of the day. 11 o'clock, we still have scattered showers, and that's the first round. Here's the second round. That's the front moving through overnight Thursday into Friday morning. This is 5 a.m. Friday, so early Friday morning, some showers are possible. That front zips out of here, takes the rain with it, takes the clouds, and it will turn pretty breezy behind the front. Anywhere from 3/4 of an inch to maybe an inch of rain is possible with this system, and that's good news because we're in a drought, so we really need this rain. And it's a good time too. It's coming in on a Thursday, so it's out of here for the weekend. 60 for the high Friday, but that's going to come early in the day, and then dropping temperatures Saturday and Sunday looking pretty good, dry with lots of sunshine.
And this is a good reminder that you can give back this holiday season when it's a little too cold out for people through WRAL's Coats for the Children campaign. Now through December 31st, we need your help to gather as many new or gently used coats, hats, and gloves as possible. To find a Jiffy Lube drop-off location near you or to make a monetary donation, go ahead and scan that QR code right there on your screen. You can also go to WRAL.com/coats and help WRAL and the Salvation Army spread warmth and hope this holiday season. Your time is 4:49. Hollywood is buzzing from mysterious UFOs to music legends and emergency room drama. We're going to break it all down in our Hollywood Minute. Plus, holiday helpers. A special shopping trip is bringing smiles. How Zebulon police are spreading cheer and building trust in their community. Go ahead and give you a live look right now at downtown Raleigh and the music to match here to get us in the holiday spirit as you're watching WRAL News, available on Hulu and the WRAL app on your TV or streaming device. Well, tonight someone could win more than $1 billion. The Powerball jackpot is now sitting at $1.25 billion, and that's the 6th largest prize in the game's history. You can watch tonight's drawing here on WRAL just before our 11 o'clock newscast. All right, this was a hire no one saw coming. Bill Belichick to UNC. And coaching Carolina the Belichick way, our WRAL documentary team uncovered the parallel searches happening at the time. And there was a powerful group pushing to hire the NFL legend and those who wanted an up-and-coming coach. The documentary gets into the drama on and off the field and what next season might bring. Coaching Carolina the Belichick way airs tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. on WRAL. UFOs, Rolling Stones, and emergency room doctors are all grabbing headlines in the world of entertainment. Douglas Hyde has that and more in today's Hollywood Minute.
If you found out we weren't alone, if someone showed you, proved it to you, would that frighten you?
A new teaser trailer is providing a first look at Steven Spielberg's UFO movie, Disclosure Day. Yes, the E.T. and Close Encounters director is back at it again with a story about visitors from another world. Emily Blunt, Josh O'Connor, and Colin Firth star in the sci-fi film, which opens in theaters next summer.
I can't get no satisfaction.
No satisfaction for Rolling Stones fans wanting to see them in concert next year. Mick and the guys are canceling their 2026 stadium tour of the UK and Europe. But all is not lost. A new album appears to still be on track for release in 2026.
Is this a drill?
Westbridge Hospital has shut down all the computer systems.
Are we next?
We're about to go analog.
Looks like another tough day in the life is in store for the doctors of The Pit. The second season trailer shows both new and returning characters facing a crisis-packed shift at the hospital. The HBO Max show won Best Drama at the Emmys this year and is set to return for a new 15-episode run on January 8th. In Hollywood, I'm Douglas Hyde.
Yeah, The Pit is a fantastic show. Well, the Zebulon Police Department helped a family get ready for the holiday season with Shop with a Cop. The family went to Walmart to pick out some gifts, and Shop with a Cop is an annual program that highlights the bond between officers and the community. It also helps spread some cheer this time of year. Ahead at 5 o'clock, deputy shot and a suspect is dead after an hours-long standoff and hostage situation. Where the deputy's condition stands this morning. Plus, helping housing affordability. A bipartisan committee of state lawmakers will be talking about new policy proposals today. How this could give those struggling to afford a home across North Carolina some property tax relief. Plus, toys, boots, and heated leashes. 5 on your side will share some of this year's top picks for your pets this holiday season.